What's going on, everybody? How are we doing? So, Black and White ASMR here for a Q&A. I figured this be maybe the one time you guys can actually hear what I sound like. I didn't think that this really needed to be ASMR, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I'm just going to get straight into some questions from you guys and not try to make this too long and boring. But I figured I reached like 350. It's about a quarter of the way of my goal right now to 1,000, just a little more. So if we can hit 1,000, as I think I've already mentioned before, I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys in stock, and it's going to be audio. So I'm sure some of you can probably take a guess. But anyways, moving on. So let's see here. So I'm just going to go down. I've got my phone in front of me here. And so looking at some of my old videos. Someone asked, what do you use to film with? Well, I just bought a desktop iMac. And so the webcam on it is pretty good. It's a little hazy sometimes. Like it doesn't keep up with motion and stuff like that. So it's not what exactly I want for right now, but it does the job, I guess. And it's separate from the audio, so I figured, I don't need the best video quality as I would audio. So yeah, I use my desktop Mac. Hi. Let's see. Someone asked, what sport did you win the trophy in the background in? So I think that's referring to this one here. That was when I was like 13 years old. I raced go-karts, and so that's what that trophy was. That's like the championship trophy. I had won enough races to win the championship. So yeah, that's another thing I guess I can bring up. I'm big into racing. I love racing, actually. I've got my helmet right here, and I just picked the sport back up now that I have, I'm out of school and everything, which I'll get into a second, but I'm out of school, so I was able to make some money and finally get back into racing, which is what I've been wanting to do since I was 12 years old. So yeah, really happy to be back. Next question is, how old are you? I'm 23. I'm born in May. Yeah, 23 and born in May. What are the names? What's your fish's name, and what are the hermit crab's name? So for the hermit crabs, there's kind of a few, but I'll for the originals, I've had them for like 3 years. My girlfriend and I have both had them for 2 or 3 years. But some of the original names that we had for the hermit crabs were anything like Squishy, Rex, Kenny, Bubbles, Cap'n Crunch. That's just to name a few. So we kind of name them whatever, usually not regular names. It's kind of funny names, whatever we can think of. And they definitely have a personality. So that's sometimes it goes along with that. And my fish's name, you guys are going to be pretty disappointed. I don't really have a name for her. I know it's a girl, and she's been around for like over a year. So she's over here to my left, just kind of chilling. She's really healthy, and yeah, I just try not to jinx her by giving her a name. And yeah, she's super happy, and I feed her all the time and whatnot. So yeah, sorry if that offends anybody. Let's see. Someone asked, what do you do for a living? So like I said, I just finished part of college. So I'm an x-ray tech at a hospital. And basically what that means is if you get hurt or whatever, you break a bone or anything, I don't know. It's a variety of different things that you would need an x-ray for. But I'm the guy that does the x-ray. I push the button and get you in position and everything like that. So pretty cool job. I love it. Completely love it. I work the overnights. I've had some people ask why I look so tired. Sometimes it's because I work overnight, and I'm fairly new to it. I just got full time at the hospital that I work at, so I'm still getting acclimated to being on overnights for the most part. But yeah, so that's what I do. And as far as my future goes, I'm looking towards going back to school. I'd like to hopefully, if it's in the cards, possibly get my doctorate, or even do like a physician assistant program, which is basically a level right under a doctor, and that would kind of be like the ultimate two goals. If I can reach either one, I'd be really happy. So, and in doing that, I'm actually going to be going to school for neurology and behavior as a bachelor's. So when I post my cranial nerve exam that I'll be doing, I'll probably sound a little bit more formal than most cranial nerve exams, just because I have a little bit of background in studying and things like that in it. So it is what it is. I'm not going to get too crazy formal because I don't want to confuse people, but yeah, so that's kind of my future goal. Someone asked, what is my real name? I'm not going to answer that just because I just for privacy. I'm just not 100% comfortable, especially if, my channel does ever take off. I just would rather kind of stay on the down low. Just a personal choice, just because. But I will say that I'm from New Hampshire, and I told you all the other stuff with my age and where, my job and everything. But I feel like if I give you guys my name and things like that, there's just, you never know who's out there that could, I don't know, try to look you up. And it's just, yeah. So we're just going to stay away from that. Pretty much it for most of the questions on that video that I was just looking at. Trying to think if there's anything else. Another thing, and you guys, some of you may have, I think, asked about this on one of my videos, but you guys noticed I was wearing an Air Force hat in one of my, I think it was the New Beginning video where I changed my name. I am in the Air Force. I joined the military when I was 19, so I've been in for a little over 4 years now, and it's really good. I'm in the reserves, so that's why I can work a full-time job and do all that. I basically have to go once a month to my base. It's the same base. It's about a couple hours away from me, and I work out on the flight line. I load airplanes and things like that, and just do a bunch of training one weekend every month. And then 2 weeks, at one point during the year for 2 weeks, we go to like an active duty base, one where it's open 24/7, and we do some training there. And it's a good time for those who are familiar with Guard and Reserve, whether it's Army or Air Force, things like that. You guys probably understand, what I'm saying. And if you're not in, then, if you have questions about it, I can certainly answer them in the comments or something like that. But trying to think what else. There's any more comments. Let's see. Oh, someone asked, who is my favorite ASMR channel? Some of you guys might know this, but it's Raffy Taffy. He was the first. He wasn't the first ASMR. I don't think he was the first ASMRist I ever watched, but he was the first guy I've ever seen do ASMR. And I don't know, something about him. I really liked his stuff, and I haven't gotten tingles to this day, but he definitely made me the most relaxed I'd ever felt. And yeah, he's really cool. I think he's got a great personality and the perfect ASMR voice. And so every time I really need to go to sleep and I'm not in the mood to try to find a bunch of different ASMRs to go to sleep to, I just go back to his, and it usually works out pretty well. So Raffy Taffy. And I have to mention that the fact that he I don't know if he pinned it or liked my comment on his one of his newest videos that he finally just posted, but basically it blew up my channel, I guess you could say. It's like a microburst. I just got a bunch of subscribers and views on a couple of my videos that I had at that time. just by him doing that. So that was pretty cool. And the fact that he followed me as well. So got to give a huge shout out to Rafi for that. Thank you, buddy. And of course, I would hope to collab. If I could collab with anybody, it'd be him. Absolutely. Someone asked, how long does it take you to do ASMR? Sometimes it depends. I definitely have some videos saved for a bloopers reel. Definitely can be pretty frustrating, especially living with like 2-3 other people and 2 dogs. And my room doesn't keep a lot of the noise out, unfortunately. So that's kind of usually the biggest downfall, but it usually takes me anywhere from a half hour to like 45 minutes from start to finish, even uploading. Uploading is actually the longest part. Usually takes like 20-30 minutes. So kind of counting that part out from when I start recording to when I finish recording is usually about 30-45 minutes. And then to post it, it's another 20 or 30. Just because it's weird. It could be a 10-minute video or a 45-minute video. It seems to be just as long. But I think that's it for most of your guys' questions on here. Can't really find any others. But anyways, if you guys have any more questions, let me know. And if I think of anything, I'll write it in a comment or something on one of my next videos. But I really appreciate you guys for subscribing, and those of you who have been here since the birth of my channel. I really appreciate you guys commenting and giving me the feedback and things like that. So I only hope to get better. I'm looking forward to having a different setting in the back. My room, as flattering as it is like not my ideal background for videos. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get like some sort of backdrop behind me and maybe a little bit better lighting. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. But keep commenting, keep liking it, let everybody know, tell your friends, this and that. That way, I can reach out to as many people as I like. Somebody asked what made me get into ASMR. And what made me get into it was the fact that I really like to help people. It's funny because I'm very shy, I'm very reserved, I don't like to go out, I don't like to party, this and that. But when it comes to helping people and their physical needs and stuff like that, it doesn't surprise me that I want to be a doctor, or it doesn't surprise me that I work in a hospital. It doesn't surprise me that I've wanted to do ASMR. I'm just really into helping people and, helping them get to whatever they need to be, whether it's, relaxed with ASMR or healthy, at work or stuff like that. I really like doing that for people. So, that's kind of really the only reason. I would like to say, this ASMR artist is who got me into it. Not really. I love all the other ASMR artists out there, but truly I got into it just because I felt like doing it. And yeah, so it's a pretty cool art, and I thought it would be something that I could be good at. So here we are making videos. So that was, that's pretty much it as far as that goes. So thank you guys again. I really appreciate everybody and what you guys are doing. Just keep it up, and I'm going to keep the videos coming. There'll be another video coming up. I might post it a little bit later. We'll see. I have to go to work tonight. So I'll be away for a little bit, but yeah. I will post the cranial nerve exam, and then I have a couple other recommended videos that I'm going to try to make for you guys, but keep them coming. Thank you very much. I hope you guys like this, and we will see you on the other side.